Hello, kindergarten, first and second grade. So we're continuing this whole week. We're just going to do E, eh, eh. Really get that hand here, kind of feel it going down. Eh, 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 and dropping down into the back of your throat. Eh, eh. We want to make sure we have that vowel sound really clear because it can be easy for our vowel sounds to get kind of mixed up. And like I said before, we pronounce them in very mixed up kinds of ways. So, because of that, we're going to just be continuing to practice here, getting that sound really clear. And then when we add in other vowel sounds, we'll practice making them really clear as well. So the paper we're going to start out with today is the lovely gray boxes. We're going to be making some E's. E's are not too hard, right? We've done F's. E's is just a little bit more. So go ahead and grab that paper and we will begin. Okay, start, of course, at the top with your name, and anytime you need to pause the video, go right ahead and pause the video. All right, you of course should use your pencil. I'm using the red marker so that it shows up for you a little better. Just like before, right? Smiley face, starting dot, big line down, frog jump back up to the top, little line across top, jump about to the middle just like for F, little line across middle, and jump down to the bottom, little line across bottom. Come over to the next box, big line down, frog jump, little line across top, little line across middle, little line across bottom. Keep going, big line down, frog jump, little line across top, across middle, across bottom. Big line down, frog jump, little line across top, little line across middle, little line across bottom. You guys can go ahead and finish the page. Pause the video to go ahead and do that. All right, first and second graders, we have two things to work on. We're going to be starting here with elephant ed. So you need, first of all, this guy here. You're going to cut this out. You don't have to cut out every single little bit here, but what you have to make sure gets cut out is this little V shape right here. So if you don't want to cut out the whole elephant, you could just cut out this part. All right. Then the other thing that has to get cut out is the circle. So if you're not wanting to cut out any more elephant, go ahead and take it like so. Cut the circle off the bottom, then cut around the circle neatly. And then the last thing that you're going to need, you should have a little Ziploc snack bag in your materials from me that has this little brass thing. It's called a brad, right? You've seen these before. And there we go. It's got these two little bendy metal parts. So make sure you get that. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do this right here without even stopping my video. If I'm ahead, or if you haven't found your paper yet or your brad yet and you need to pause, go ahead and do that and get it. Come on back. If you need to catch up with cutting out, go ahead and do that and come on back. But remember, use pause. There's no reason you need to try to stay up with me and get stressed out and rush. Pause that video. Now also help your parents out or your grandparents or whoever's supervising you. Now I do want you to take these scraps, crumple them up, pause your video and go put them in the trash or in the recycle bin. Do that right now. Lovely. Oh, I lost my brad. Here it is. So this guy is going to make us a little turning sort of game because we've talked about how reading these words now, this is not hard for you anymore, right? Because you guys are first and second graders. You learned all this stuff in kindergarten. But what we do need is to have extra practice making the sounds really clearly. So did you see I poked the brad through that black dot? And now I need to poke it through this black dot. So I'm going to kind of turn this over just a little bit so I can see the black dot. And poke those two ends. It's bending. Hang on. Fiddle with it. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? You want to be really careful with this because if I do it too much, it's going to go through and it's going to cut down here. So I'm going to put my bag and Elephant Ed underneath to make sure that I don't scratch up my desk. And I'm going to open this up and I'm going to help myself make an extra bit of hole here. Do you see I poke my scissors down on there and turn this? And now can you see it made a little bit more of a hole? This should help it go through the brad more easily. All right, come on. There it is. All right. Then you can flatten your brad and turn it over. If you're not to this point yet, pause the video and catch up with us. All right. So now you can see we have words here, right? And let's go through and practice them. I want you to save this. We're going to practice this again tomorrow because we need lots of practice making this short sound of E really clearly. Do you see this little swoop here? That means we're making its short, its main sound. Eh. Eh. So, vet. Vet. Remember, like the doctor for animals? And you guys should probably read this through a couple of times today, just making sure you're really thinking about this sound when you make it. B-ed. Bed. Bed. Turn it again. Pen. 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 This is when I talked about lots of people here mispronounce this and call it a pin. This is not a pin. It's a pen. Pen, pen, pen. Pen. Jet. Jet. Like that airplane that goes really fast in the sky. Men. Men. Red. Red. And I know most of you guys could read these super fast, but we don't want to go fast. We want to really be concentrating on that sound. Web. Web. Leg. This is another one people mispronounce here a lot. They'll say kind of leg. Leg. Oh, my leg hurts. Leg. And now we're back around to vet. Last paper for today. Daily oral language, which we didn't do yesterday because I know that yesterday's elephant took a long time. So here, go ahead, pause the video if you need to go get yours. We're going to jump right in. Put your name again if you want to. You don't have to, right? Because these are not cut apart. Your name is up here from before. Oops, I should finish my name though if I'm going to write it. All right, so here we have sentences again. Remember, we're starting to get used to what a sentence is. It has a complete idea of something doing something. So do you see they all start with what word? The. And then we have a blank spot. And you see this box here? These words are going to get written on these lines. Let's read these. Dog, dog. Maybe you can't read this one. Let's try this one. At, cat. So if this says dog, this says cat. Let's take a guess. Do you see and you see s? So you can guess this is going to be mouse, right? Dog, mouse, cat. The this word here, squ. Squ. What do you think that would be? Does the dog squ? Does the cat squ? Does the mouse squ? You can see there's an E here, right? Squax. Squax. That's not a word, is it? But if you keep messing with it and thinking about it, what we can do is we can look at this vowel sound right here, and we can flip it from its regular short E sound to its long sound where it says its name. Squeaks, right? And it's a mouse that squeaks. The... Oh, you know what? We used mouse. Let's cross it out. The something. And down here we have the something. Irks. Which one do you think goes where? Even if you don't know how to read these words, you can probably figure out if you've got cat and dog and you've got rs and you've got irks. We've got a cat purrs and a dog barks, right? Down here, fix the sentence. So this sentence is complete, but there are some things wrong with it. First of all, they always have to start with capitals, right? And I circled that. I should not have done that because we need to start learning some proper editing marks. Because I believe in Mrs. Hackley's class, you're supposed to know these. If a letter is not capital and should be, you put 3 little underlines. Can you see that? We'll practice these some more. Write it capital. I ride. You see a lovely vowel, consonant, silent E, a magic E word here. The bus, bus. No, every sentence must end with a period. The way you would show you're adding in a period is to put it there, but then a period's just a little teensy dot, right? So we circle it to make it more obvious that you need to add it in. When we rewrite it, we don't put the 3 underlines or the circle around the period. We just write it correctly. We're going to keep practicing that. Go ahead and turn over to this other page because today is actually Wednesday, isn't it? So here's another fix the sentence. My dad lives in New York. My needs a capital one. We know we need a period here at the end. Let's get started. My dad lives in, pause the video if you need to catch up with me. New York is the name of a place. Names of places also are capitalized. So put 3 little underlines underneath there. And then when we rewrite it, we write it correctly with a capital N and a capital Y. And we add in the period. All right. Could it be true? The hen walked. Do you see that ED? When you see an ED, you can cover it up to figure out the root word. Walk, just like talk we did before. Walked on the road. Could a hen walk on the road? Well, yes, it could. The pen walked on the road. Could the pen go for a walk on the road? No, it could not. The men walked on the road. Could the men go for a walk on the road? Why, yes, they could. All right, we're not doing Thursday. We're going to save that for tomorrow. And you'll have math next.